Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about Valorant Patch Notes 7.04. Now first of all I just want to say apologies if my voice is a bit low. That's just because I'm a bit sick, so yeah, apologies if my voice isn't normal or you know the level where it normally is. I'm just a bit sick, so I apologize for that. But the highlights in this patch notes includes the new map of Sunset, which is just going to be the map. I'm not going to be talking, so it's just going to be the gameplay. Breeze updates, which I'll go more in depth on maybe in another video, but I'm not really too sure, and the agent changes as well. So it's gonna be a pretty big patch. So first start off with the with some of focus on game state clarity. So they've increased some stuff and made some following adjustments, reducing the frequency of large area of effects of ultimates, reducing the amount of time utility is active in the world, reducing the HP of shootable utility, and they also believe as well that ultimate cost updates below better align large area, high impact ults with the pressure they place on the enemies, creating both and better pacing of the round defined abilities, and a clearer choice competition between high and low cost ults. Basically, what that's talking about is that if an ult has a lot of has a very high ult points, that means they're very, very effective in large areas and obviously could have a massive impact on the team. If it's low, that means it's low impact, pretty low on large areas and stuff. So it's basically just like an easy way for people to say, okay, this is a good ultimate, this is a bad ultimate. So that's basically how it is. So we'll first start off with Breach. So his Aftershock, the tick has been reduced from 3 to 2, and the damage has also been increased from 60 per tick to 80, so it's just a buff and nerf basically. And the Rolling Thunder, the ultimate points has been increased from 8 to 9, so that's basically one of those ultimates which are very, very effective in large areas and could highly impact a round. Brimstone, just like Breach, his ult point has also been increased as well on his Orbital Strike, that being from 7 to 8. Fade, her Prowler time to re-equip a gun takes slightly longer after using the abilities. I don't think it would really change anything. It's just a flat nerf. Gecko, his Mosh Pit, the impacted area does 10 damage per second before exploding. So it's just, it kind of just decays, I guess. I'm guessing. His Wingman, though, the HP has been reduced from 100 to 80, which is a bit surprising there. But at the same time, it was pretty easy to kill him, so I'm not a bit surprised on that. They reduced the HP there, and his Thrash, the Thrash explosion had a little makeover to make it easier to see and understand the area it has affected, on top of being beautiful. I don't know what that looks like. I guess we'll find out in the video. Killjoy, the lockdown has ultimate points has been increased from 8 to 9. Once again, a very impactful ultimate. Omen, his paranoia, no movement, velocity, imparted when casting. I think that just means that when you're moving, either like forward, side, backwards, it won't change anything. I might be wrong. Sky, there's some text here which I'm not really going to be reading, but it's just basically saying that she's very, very impactful in the meta, and they basically explain some of the changes, like a guiding light, a trailblazer, and the seekers as well. So a guiding light, the max duration while casting reduced from 2.5 to 2 seconds. That basically means that you now have 2 seconds to actually, I'm pretty sure to use the guiding light, but I might be wrong about that. Trailblazer, the HP has been reduced from 100 to 80, which is a pretty big nerf. And the Seekers, the ultimate points has been increased from 7 to 8, and the health has also been decreased from 152 to 120. That might be a pretty big nerf as well, but I don't think it's really going to change much to Sky. It may make her a little bit less powerful, so you probably may have to use KO, I'm guessing, as your flash, but I'm not really too sure. Sova, the Recon Bolt, the total number of scans has been reduced from 3 to 2, which is a pretty flat nerf there. Viper's Pit, ultimate points has been increased from 8 to 9. Astra, yes, there's also more rides in here. It's just basically disparity between her Gravity Well and Nova Pulse. It's just to make it clearer for both abilities. The Gravity Well is used to control space, and while the Nova Pulse is for quickly affecting an area. So Gravity Well, the startup time has been increased from 0.6 to 1.25, so it's going to be slower for an Astra player to basically activate the ability, and the duration has also been decreased as well from 2.75 to 2 seconds, so it's going to be shorter now. The Nova Pulse, the startup time has decreased from 1.25 to 1 second once again. This time it's actually going to be faster, so it'll be quicker for the ability to be used or to be activated. And the Cosmic Divide, the audio now is blocked completely by the wall and muffled. So that's actually a pretty decent buff. It would definitely work in both attackers and defenders, especially on spike plans and post-spike plan situations. When like a defender is, let's just say, diffusing the spike, you can use the wall, and the attackers have no idea unless they're on the outside of the wall to at least combat it. So it'll be interesting to see if Astra is still viable here, but I'm not really too sure. And the big one though is Jet. Jet has been royally fucked over these changes. First of all, her tailwind. And the dash window has been decreased from 12 seconds to 7.5 seconds. So that means it's now a shorter window of the jet of the player to use her dash. And the activation wind up has also been increased from 0.75 to a second. That basically means that pretty sure it's now slower. So when you press on your ability, it'll be slower. It'll be like a bit slower to activate it. So when you so as soon as you press your whatever key, so your E key for example for your dash, I'm pretty sure it will take a second to wind up, and then you can use it. Pretty sure that's what it means. Her cloud burst, so basically her smoke, the duration has been decreased from 4.5 to 2.5 seconds, which is a pretty big nerf, considering that you need to be very, very precise, and you need to basically make quick decisions on whether to actually go onto a site and whatever. And her updraft charge has been decreased from 2 to 1. This is a massive nerf as well. It will definitely affect players. I'm pretty sure it has already affected players that they are so used to having 2 charges with an updraft. With her updraft now it's just 1. So you basically need to save your updraft. So you can't really use it like every single time. So players who are like very, very aggressive will probably struggle. A player like something could probably struggle. Aspas could probably struggle. Basically these jet players who use their updrafts very, very frequently to get up to high places and stuff. They basically need to think of like when to use the updraft. Like, is this useful in this situation? Is it not useful? Do I use it? Do I not use it? So it's going to be pretty interesting there. And finally, her Blade Storm, the ultimate point has been increased from 7 to 8. So it's going to be just like some of the ults where they've been increased as well. So a flat nerf there. So Jen has been royally fucked in this. Not too sure how she's going to be now in this meta. Are we going to maybe expect to see Raze now being the full duelist character? Are we going to see other ones like Neon? Possibly Yoru has been seen a bit on Pearl or Bind even. Phoenix, Reyna could probably be used, but I still feel like Jet will probably be used on some maps. It's just I think Raze will probably be used a lot more, or even Neon to be honest. Those two characters could be used a lot more, so we'll see there. Map updates now. Map rotation. Breeze is now back in. So Breeze will be in a competitive and the Arena map pool, along with Sunset, which will be in a later date. While Fracture Pearl, they've been rotated out, so we won't see them in the competitive and unrated map rotation. Obviously, Sunset, I'll go over Sunset at the end of the video, basically, so that's fine. Breeze. Now, Breeze have made some, well, I should say Riot has made some massive changes onto Breeze, and they're pretty interesting, to say the least. So the first one is mid-pillar. One side has been closed off and boxes have been added. So it's kind of like what they did on Fracture on the side of A, I think that is. Where they basically, with a satellite dish. So this is what it used to look like, right? This is what it looks like now. So, as you can see, it was very, very open on this side. Now, it's just not open. You can jump onto this, though, on these boxes to go to the, to possibly look on the other side. But other than that, it's completely blocked off, so the attackers can only go through this way if they want to go to mid. It's interesting as well that this box has also been moved as well, and they've also added this box as well on the side. So instead of this going I'll say maybe 45 degrees angles, now it's just a flat 90-degree angle now. So it's just flat, including this one as well, even though that one has just been added. So yeah. Next up, we have obviously mid cubby, so this is just the other side of mid, basically of pillar. This is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. Once again, very blocked off. I'm pretty sure you can get up on here. I'm interested to see what Sage players use on this in this area. If Sage players are going to wall this up to have a better angle, not really too sure, but I'll be interested to see that. Just the B side, they've now added boxes now. So this is what B side used to look like. It was pretty open. You can go through here as well, just to be a bit sneaky. Now, this is now side, and that's been blocked off. So you can still go over to the other side with this box, but you can't go to the other side by, I don't think there's any other box, but I might be wrong. There's like a little angle as well here that you can possibly stand up on to watch a window over here. But if you want to go to the other side, you have to either go through this jump here or just go around. But not too sure how I feel about that, because I feel like B was all right. But that's really about it. So you see here, there was some stairs here, and this was also blocked off as well. Now this is now completely open, and now this is blocked off, but you can still jump over it with this little box here. Alright, next up, we have B back, so this is going to have a look inside of what back's going to look like. So this is what it used to look like here with the stairs. This is what it looks like now. So you can still jump over to the other side. I'm pretty sure it's that this is I'm pretty sure it's also now a new angle, so you can look onto cave on basically onto the CT spawn, to see if anyone's gonna be rotating from that point. I feel like maybe some ops might be used here, but I might be wrong there. But I feel like people will definitely be using this spot as well, just to be looking over a cave. The blocked off A hole. So this is a massive change here. A hole has now been blocked off. So to my understanding, since I haven't looked at this, I haven't been on Valorant at all. To my understanding, attackers can still get up here. I'm pretty sure you just can't walk to basically to the source. So this is now fully now onto the defender's favor. So you can still shoot through these, I'm guessing. You can probably still have an op here as well, but the sight lines are very limited, considering that there's like a little barricade here. You can probably shoot through that, I'm guessing. But it's very, very limited. And then this is what it used to look like, so they just close it off basically. That's all. They just completely closed it off. So they just got rid of a line of sight basically. But you can still shoot through it, I'm guessing. If you are an attacker. They've also adjusted mid door as well. So like I mentioned before, that the boxes have also been, so that box has been added. The door has also been changed as well from, I'm guessing that might be another 45 or even maybe a 50-degree now also to a flat 90. So they've now added a new corner, but I feel like the gun may be sticking out there, but I'm not really too sure. It's unlike here where players can basically sit there and wait for defenders to rotate to the other side if they're coming from mid. So decent change here. Other than that, it's just alright, I guess. That's all. It's just it does now have a couple new corners as well that defenders have to clear, but I think it's alright though. They've also now adjusted cave, so they've closed a cave and they've adjusted a shop. So this is what used cave used to look like a very, very long line of sight, mainly for opping. This one now has been completely closed, so you cannot go to cave anymore. I don't think you can only go through shop. That is all. So I don't think ops are really going to be used. Maybe for defenders, maybe not attackers though, because this was a very favorable attacking operator part of the map, but not really too sure. I feel like there might be also an ult point here around here, I'm guessing, but if it's in the line of sight, like right over here, that's a pretty big advantage now to the defenders, since a hole is already being closed off. Is this going to also be a good thing for defenders? Not really too sure though. A shop is the entrance here. I think they widened it a bit. That's what it looks like. Yeah, they widened it and they've also moved it as well. So was up here. You can still go through hall. You just can't go into the barricade. And there are some boxes as well for cover. So if defenders want to be a little cheeky and they want to push up, there are some boxes here for cover as well, just in case. But yeah, A is largely been changed as well. And they've also adjusted as well. They've also added a signature for callouts. So except for saying left titty, right titty, you can now say shrimp or crab, or if that's a prawn, doesn't matter. Shrimp or prawn and crab. I bet people are still going to say left titty, right titty, so I don't think it would really matter. But that's all. I think they also made it a bit bigger as well. Yeah, they did. So they made this a bit bigger, just for cover. That's really all. That's just no more changes. It's just shrimp or prawn. So yeah, so shrimp and prawns on the left, crabs on the right, left titty, right titty, won't really change anything. So now moving now to player behavior updates. So they've made some improvements to the report UI, and I've seen I've seen all the icons, and one of them is pretty interesting with like a knife to someone. Like, I bet people are going to be reporting people if they're being knifed. So that's going to be fun. We've increased readability by adding icons and showing detailed text descriptions when hovering over each of the newly added icons. We categorize the list of post-game reports into groups to help break down decision-making from higher-level category to subcategories. They've also added reporting info in order to reduce false reporting. Okay, don't know what that means. But these two is the main thing. I'm guessing the video is going to be showing me, but I'm not really too sure. Premiere has also officially been launched, thanks to now Premiere has now officially been added to, I guess you could say, the esports progression, I guess you can say. So obviously we have like Premiere, and then challenges, and then partnership. Obviously teams. You can obviously make your teams here in Premiere. It could possibly compete against challenges teams, and that could possibly go well for you. So yeah, it's good. They've also added divisions as well, so we split into 5 tiers, that being open, intermediate, advanced, elite, and contender, which is pretty exciting. So that'll be good. Weekly matches will also feature the full competitive map pool across 7 weeks. Each week will still have 1 dedicated map and a maximum of 2 matches on said map. Matches start on September 7th and run through October 21st, with playoffs on October 22nd. So that's pretty interesting there. Agent, so it got some bug fixes now. For agents, fix an issue where Sage's barrier orb can break when placed in between doors, such as Sea, Garage, and Haven. Gameplay systems, fix the bug where being killed on fractured zip lines would make your agent's body appear and spawn. Play behavior, fix the bug when pushing the play button on your keyboard causes voice to transmit despite having different key bindings set or none at all. In Premiere, if a match goes into overtime and results in sudden death, the end of the game timeline now displays the sudden death round correctly. We also have a known issue as well, which includes Premiere. Overtime priority vote sometimes triggers 2 times in a row for a team. So that is the patch notes. So let's now go over to the video and see what the video says.
그럼 패치 노트 시작해볼게. 요원 업데이트부터 알아보자고. 제트, 힘든 건 알지만 그래도 네가 소개해줘야 되지 않겠어?
안 해. 뭐가 좋다고?
아, 참. 내가 알려주도록 할게. 먼저 순풍은 준비 동작 시간이 증가했어. 그리고 돌진 가능 시간도 대폭 줄었지. 게이지에서 차이가 많이 느껴지지 않아? 연막 폭발은
뭐야? 총기의 재장착 시간도 증가하고 지속 시간이 거의 절반이나 줄어들었어.
게다가 상승 기류는 충전 횟수가 앞으로 1회로 줄어들었어. 적의 에임을 흔들거나 지형 지물을 이용한 전략 플레이들에 제약이 생기겠는걸?
칼날 폭풍의 궁극기 포인트까지 증가했다니. 나 이제 어떻게 스카이? 괜찮을까?
쉽진 않겠지만 플레이어들은 또 다른 방법을 찾아낼 거야. 힘내.
알았어. 다음은 어라? 스카이, 나 위로해줄 때가 아닌 것 같은데?
그러네.
먼저 인도하는 빛의 지속 시간이 좀 더 감소했어. 정찰자는 체력이 줄어들었네. 잘 봐. 궁극기 추적자의 체력도 마찬가지야. 궁극기 포인트도 나처럼 하나 더 증가했구나. 이게 바로 동병상련의 마음?
스킬이 전투에 끼치는 과도한 영향력을 줄이고 게임 상황에 대한 명확성을 높이기 위해서지. 다른 요원들의 변경 소식도 궁금할 테니 빠르게 알려줄게.
좋아. 첫 번째는 아스트라. 중력의 셈에 스킬 발동 시간이 증가하고 지속 시간 또한 짧아졌어. 대신 신성 파동은 스킬 발동 시간이 좀 더 빨라질 거야. 궁극기 우주 장벽도 벽에 의해 줄어들던 소리가 이제는 완전히 차단되도록 바뀌었지. 좋은데?
다음은 귀여운 친구들과 함께하는 개코. 먼저 지원봇은 아쉽게도 체력이 조금 감소해. 하지만 좋은 소식도 있어. 앞으로 폭바봇이 폭발하기 전에도 범위 내에 지속적인 피해를 줄 수 있거든. 궁극기 요동봇은 폭발 범위를 알아보기 쉽도록 시각 효과를 개선했지. 어때 제트? 잘 보이지 않아?
이제 확실히 피할 수 있겠네. 안녕 브리치. 너도 너프됐구나. 여진의 발사 횟수가 2번으로 줄어들게 될 거야. 당연히 총 피해량은 감소했지만 1회 피해량은 좀 더 증가했으니 나쁘지 않네. 시즌 강타의 궁극기 포인트도 하나 증가했지. 괜찮아. 아무리 그래도 나보다 더 하겠어.
또 다른 척후대 친구 소바도 같이 보자고. 정찰용 화살의 스캔 횟수도 이제 2번으로 줄어들게 돼. 앞으로 적을 포착하려면 더욱 신중하게 스킬을 사용해야겠지.
나머지 요원들에 대한 패치 내용은 전부 이 장표에 모아두었으니 궁금하면 다들 한번 확인해봐.
마지막으로 맵 업데이트. 바로 이번 패치의 신규 맵 선셋을 소개할게. 로스앤젤레스의 다양한 문화와 건축 양식, 예술가의 그래피티를 볼 수 있는 정말 아주 멋진 지역이야.
스파이크 지점은 A, B. 중앙 장악에 중점을 둔 공격로와 좁은 골목과 은신처가 많은 복잡한 전장 환경이지.
내 동물 친구들이 활약하기 아주 딱이겠는걸? 아제트, 혹시 선셋이 들어오면서 교체되는 맵들이 있을까?
당연하지. 신규 맵 선셋이 추가되면서 프랙처와 펄은 앞으로 경쟁전에서 잠시 제외될 거야. 일주일간 선셋 전용 모드에서만 플레이 가능하니 많은 참여 부탁할게.
그리고 선셋과 함께 우리의 영원한 휴양지 브리즈가 다시 돌아왔어. 어떤 변화가 있는지 같이 살펴볼까? 먼저 중앙 기둥은 한쪽 면이 막히면서 기둥에 있던 구조물들이 변경됐어. 중앙 은신처도 벽이 생기면서 사실상 구역이 없어졌지. 중앙 나무문은 이제 완전히 열린 상태가 되고 추가로 상자가 생기게 돼.
사이트는 내가 알려줄게. A 지점은 피라미드의 높이를 높였어. 귀여운 문양도 생겼네. A 복도는 이제 통로가 사라지고 울타리로 바뀌는군. 마찬가지로 A 동굴도 울타리로 통로가 폐쇄되고 내부가 넓어졌어. 유일한 진입로가 된 A 상점은 입구가 조금 넓어지게 될 거야. B 지점의 넓은 벽은 상자로 교체되었고 B 후방 계단은 벽으로 막히게 됐으니 서로의 위치를 좀 더 쉽게 예측할 수 있겠지?
다들 브리즈도 많이 사랑해주길 바래. 패치노트 7.04는 여기서 끝! 어서 새로운 액트의 즐거움을 만끽해보자고.
너프 됐어도 제트 사랑 알지? 그럼 다음에 또 보자고. 안녕.
So with that out of the way, let's now move over now to Valorant for the new Battle Pass and Sunset. So let's have a look at, what is in store for us in this act. Obviously, it is, I'm pretty sure it's still an evolution. Here are some things. Well, got Sunset, a new skin pack which is called Imperium, Battle Pass, and the Premiere, which has been officially been launched. So let's get right into it and first have a look at the Battle Pass. So this is what the new home screen looks like for Valorant in this act, in this episode I should say. It's just, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Sunset, which we'll have a look as well after this. It's probably going to be no commentary, so it's just going to be gameplay, so I will not be talking then. But let's have a look at the Battle Pass, which is going to be pretty interesting. So first with Panoramic Classic, very. It is actually I actually quite like the design. It's very bright, which I quite like. The scooter points and freehand card, which is interesting. It's a freehand ghost. It's just graffiti, so that's interesting. Galetto card, I'm guessing that's a reference to the Ascent one. The scary, and interesting. Ice cream, parlor shop, default title, power punch spray, transition spray, transition card, transition. I'm pretty sure it is transition stinger. Yes, it is. It looks like there's some little dots there, as it on the where like the numbers would be, or like I don't know what to call it. Well, what's that called? The gun, but there it is. There. Coin buddy, panoramic card, panoramic spray, panoramic buddy, panoramic Bucky. It reminds me a lot of like Florida or Miami with like the palm trees and stuff. It just reminds me a lot of that. I don't like that title. Moving on, Freehand Spectre, the old road card. I'm guessing as law, classic law stuff possibly. Freehand Spray, Panoramic Guardian, which is pretty nice. Crane Blossom Spray, Loyal Look Spray. I think that's like a reference or something, but I'm not really too sure. Transition Buddy, OIC Spray. I think that's a reference to it. Meme. I'm pretty sure. Transition Vandal, which doesn't look that bad, but still wouldn't take it. Nanobomb card for points. Wave Rider Spray. Is that reference? I don't know. That's a reference to something as well. Techies Trouble Spray. Vershvian Wingman card. It's interesting. Freehand Odin. It's just graffiti as a whole. Mid Ultimate Sweet Buddy. Okay, so it's just a biscuit or an orange? I don't know what it is. No hands card. Fucking penguin at the back. Alley-oop buddy, sorry. Great responsibility spray. Yeah, that's just a classic duelist thing. Transition bulldog. I also don't like that title. Exit wound spray. Therium treasure buddy. Battle sage card. I bet a lot of people are gonna be simping over that. Freehand marshal. Scribbles squad spray. I'm pretty sure this is like an artwork that someone made on Twitter, and it got used into a spray. I'm pretty sure. Latest issue card. Default deception spray. Perfect pat spray. I think everyone knows what a reference to that is. Just this padding. It's the padding emote on Twitch, and like emotes as a whole. The RDVR Phantom. I'm pretty sure this is the only RDVR type of skin in this battle pass, but I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the only one, which is interesting. On the low, buddy. We got Rick Rolled here. Up and downs, buddy. Versus Jet card. Okay, that just looks like a McDonald's employee. Here's the knife, a transition knife. It's just a classic looking knife. The shorty. And then bulletproof card, which I've been told is apparently a hint of the new agent, which is a duelist. I can't remember what the name is, but that is apparently a reference to the next character, which is gonna be a duelist. Epilogue, we have the alley buddy, 9 points, and the no hands card. So, with that out of the way, let's now go over to Sunset, where I'm just gonna be exploring the map and all that other jazz.
You did good. Good advice.
Warning, Kingdom West security protocol escalated to level 6. Please remain calm and await further instruction.
Sorry. Inside joke.
So that's really about it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.